What is the deal? What's going on? What is happening with my Raider family, man? You are back in the building for another very special Turf and Rundown episode, man. Today, we're going to be breaking down a lot of things, man, previewing training camp, because by the time we do our next show next week, we got some training camp news, man. So, man, we about to get it cracking. Appreciate everybody in the building. My guy, Turf, how you feeling?
Yes, sir. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? I'm super excited for this show today, man. I always am, right? You know, I'm with my little young buck, man. I'm with my nephew, man. You know how it is when we get together. I got on the visor, so you know I'm about to get spicy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got a few little things to talk about tonight that I might get a little spicy with. So
I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
is.
So without further ado, man, y'all know how we got to start off, man. Chat lives matter. Always appreciate everybody that comes in, tunes into the show, man. If you're new to the show, make sure you stick around, man. You might see some content that you really like, man, and might be inclined to hit that subscribe button, but definitely hit that thumbs up for your boys, man. So first and foremost, guys, to go ahead and give a shout out to
Paul. Regular, baby.
What's going on, man? Glad you can make it. Mr. Billy Davis
is in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. SoCal
Another
Sal.
regular favorite.
My God, man. QEP in the building. What's going
on?
on?
Guy that's always here, bro.
Yes, sir. My guy Chris, man.
Absolutely. That is TRS right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep applying the pressure as we do, man. As we do.
Raider Syndicate right there.
2 cents in the building, man. What's going on, man? My man Robert Pena in the building as well, man.
Robert Pena's in the building, man. We
Keep
got
it going,
everybody.
man. I see some of the more regulars, man. Gotta give a shout out to my man Gunsmoke.
It's been a while, my dude. Salute.
Yes, sir. Danny C in the building as well, man.
Salute. Welcome, bro.
Last but not least, man, got to give a shout out to my guy.
You already know. Raiders Rebel. My God.
Yes, sir.
That's
and you see what my guy Chris says, man. You see the shirt my man Turf got on, man. You see that?
All day.
Yes, sir.
Today, baby.
We got it going today. We got it going today, man. I'm excited. Got a lot of things to talk about, man. Got a lot of things to touch on, man. So make sure you guys hit the comment section. Keep the conversation going. Definitely gonna be a spicy one today. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about some of the things that's been going on, man. I mean, we've already touched on it. I'm sure you touched on it in your show, but Devontae been in the news a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We talked about the receiver thing at length. But my thing is, right, the newest news comes with, you know, all the trade rumors, right? All the things. His agent came and shut it down, but still, you know, it still lingers. So how do you feel about all that?
I mean, there's a few perspectives and takes you can have with this. The more it's gone on, I'm not gonna say I'm dismissing it completely. And that's not something that I've said ever. Right. I've always said, blah, whatever. But I'm going to be honest. If we're not playing well come game 8 and there's no possibility, I'm not going to sit here and act like that's not something that can get done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I don't know, man. I would not want to see it happen. But if something like that were to happen, I think you'd also start seeing on that other side of the fence as far as who's they're going to bring in. And people are going to hate it, but this Ayuk, right? And y'all know I said something about that in the past, and not because I don't like, our guy Jacoby Myers or anything along those lines. It's just, where do you upgrade with all of that special talent at skill position we had? Right. It was no knock on him. It's just, hey, you can't upgrade Devontae Adams. He's the number one dude. So that's why I say, man, and the truth is, we all know where there's smoke, there's fire. So it's the league, man. There's always undercut deals going on that we have no idea on, that we are oblivious of. So
Yep. Yep.
Know what I'm saying?
Man, hey, salute to Pops, man, in the building,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Man. Salute to Pops,
What's up,
man.
big bro?
Severe as well, man. Salute to my guy Severe,
Severe
man.
is in the
Joined us not
building.
too
That's
long
what's
ago,
up.
man. Much love to the guy. But I agree, man. I mean, it's like at this, I've said it at length already, man. Like, if we're terrible, I understand. You know what I mean? I understand what we would have to do and what the frustrations that would come with him. You know what I mean? He would be frustrated if we're bad as well. So you got to understand things like that. And at the same time, I mean, you know, he's had a lot of talk. But I mean, at the end of the day, everything he said, what are you kind of supposed to say? You know what I mean? Especially they ask him about the quarterback situation ad nauseum. It's like, what is he supposed to say? He really doesn't know about Aiden for real in live bullets yet. I mean, you know what I mean? But what I will say is that in the Shannon Sharp interview, he kind of gave a little bit more praise and insight to Aiden than he did before, right? Like when he sat there and he was like, we water in this plant. You know what I mean? You got to give it time to grow.
Exactly.
Meaning he's sitting there saying like, okay, I see something. You know what I mean? There's a little something that might be here. So at the end of the day, let's see. Let me cultivate that. You know what I mean? Let's hone in on that. It kind of what it gave to me. I mean, what did you get from the Shannon Sharp interview? Because he gave a lot in that.
He did. I mean, there was a lot in that interview. I mean, it was a long interview, but what I took from it, honestly, is where he's going to live as far as his family absolutely matters more than anything.
Yeah, for sure.
And I can assure you, living in Green Bay was not going to cut it. Being in Bozeman, Montana, with those winters, forget about it. It's tough, man. Anywhere north, right? You know what I'm saying? Trying to deal with those climates in the wintertime and having children and then being in the house. So it all makes sense, man. But with that being said, I'm not going to sit here and act like he won't go somewhere else. It's, you know, it really does depend on how things turn out, I think, this first half.
Right.
I think they have some things that, right, they got some undercover handshakes going on to where, hey, this stuff don't turn out the way we expect it to. You know, let's think about some moves on everybody's fence that could be beneficial for everybody, right? If the Jets is balling, Aaron is out there, right? I mean, I know they're saying no now, and it's a clear-cut no, but how many times have we seen a clear-cut no and then it turn around and be a yes?
That's true.
But the circumstances, you know what I mean? I really do believe what he said. One of the biggest things that stuck out to me about what Devontae said is he actually believes in the team. There's no reason to say that. There's no reason to come out there on a Shannon Sharp show where everybody know it's the hottest podcast in town right now. You don't go there and say nothing if you don't mean it. So for the fact of him, you know what I'm saying? So the fact of him saying that there with that kind of conviction, I think it says something, man.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely doubled down a lot of times and said, yeah, I believe in this team. I believe in the direction we're going. I want to be here. You know what I mean? I want to make it work here. So he said it multiple times. Just as far as like we continuously say, how is the quarterback situation going to really play a factor into this? Because it is. You know what I mean? You can say what you want, but it is. You know what I mean? If the quarterback continues to ascend, right, and we have a young quarterback, I've continuously said it. I think I've said it for a number of years. A young quarterback that has shown promise and can show promise is going to extend that man's career. 100% going to extend that man's career. Like, and don't think that's not what he's thinking about too, honestly, right? Like, and we'll keep it a bean, right? We're a Raiders podcast, but we got to keep it 100. If he was in Green Bay right now, he'd be sitting there like, oh, I'm playing for another 5, 6, 7 years. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
absolutely.
You have the guy. You have the guy. 100%. You can say, I can do that. Right now, it's uncertain. You know what I mean? It's very uncertain. So that's why you continuously hear him, even in the receivers show, talk about time. Right. He's thinking about that. So if Aiden's the dude, 100%, he can sit there and be like, oh, I can play, because his game isn't hindered on a lot of speed or, you know what I mean? He's out muscling guys, and that's what his game really relies on. It don't rely on that. He has one of the smoothest games ever. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, his game translates to being able to play multiple years. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say he's gonna be Jerry Rice being 40 and still putting up 1,000. You know what I mean? But he has I feel like he has that game, that he has that type of potential where he can do that if he has the type of quarterback play.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. Because, hey, look, ladies and gentlemen, Devontae's never been the fastest, right? He's definitely probably one of, if not one of the best route runners. So that's where the skill comes into play. And that's why he can last, right? Jerry showed us that. Jerry never had speed. In fact, Devontae's probably faster than Jerry. But Jerry lasted for a reason, and that's that exceptional route running. You just can't beat it. I mean, the perfect route and the perfect pass is going to beat the perfect defense 100 out of 100. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. The kid can play. He's not a kid. The guy can play for a long time. Granted, ALC can extend that career for him and start putting the ball in the right places. Right. Kind of like how Shannon Sharp, explained. Again, something I don't think people understand. And I believe that's why you're going to see greatness from Aiden, because he's going to be able to do exactly what Shannon Sharp said Elway did. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly the portion of the interview. And we talked about this a lot, right? Like we said, and that's one of Aiden's greatest strengths, right? That is his greatest strength. Honestly, like the ball placement. And Devontae even said something, right, that even it opens your eyes if you're really paying attention. He's saying, yeah, I could catch this slant for 10 yards for sure. It could be right here. But if you put it in a certain area, that 10 yards is going to turn into 60. You know what I mean? And he's not lying, because we've seen it in his career multiple times when him and Aaron Rodgers puts it in the place it needs to be. Man makes a spinning pirouette catch or whatever the case, and he goes for an extra 20 or 30 yards. You know what I mean? He's done it multiple times. So he's not lying when he says that. If Aiden can continue to hone in on that ball placement, which is his greatest strength, right? That just, complements Devontae's skill sets even more.
I agree, man. I think it gives him more longevity. It gives him what he's looking for. That he can play another 7 years if he's got great ball placement.
Easy.
Because
if he doesn't hit like he is last year, you knock the years down. Exactly. You know what I mean? You start you start knocking the years down, and that's kind of why he kept that. Now, right? We're detailing why he kind of sounds the way he sounds, even in the Netflix show or just in interviews, right? Like, all right, if I'm going to continue to take this type of punishment, well, hell yeah, I'm going to start talking about how much time I got left. Yes. All that. My body is feeling it. You know what I mean? But if and I've said this as well, I ain't never seen this man take no big hits before, except last year. Never. I've never seen him take the hits. He's even in Green Bay. You know what I mean? That first year, he didn't really get hit, although he did catch a couple licks, because DC gonna throw you some hospital balls a couple times.
Absolutely. He always was gonna
He's gonna throw you some of those. So he took a couple licks. But this ain't nothing he used to. You know what I mean? So we start to understand some of the thinking when you start coming into that.
Bro, they had a touchdown together. And that's one of those points that I'd always be trying to talk about. You remember when I'd always be like, man, I'm going to get these tapes. I'm going to put this stuff together to show you how bad he was when he started and how he progressed. Devontae, I saw what Devontae saw on one specific touchdown where the ball placement, it was literally right above the helmet. I mean, the kid had no chance. And Devontae caught it right over his head.
You're talking about AOC?
Yeah. And I'm saying Devontae caught the ball in the end zone.
If I remember correctly,
helmet. It was perfect.
It was that Indianapolis game, correct? I believe it was that Indianapolis game
in the corner, in the left corner end zone.
And I'm not gonna lie, right? I go back, right, and just for the hell of it, went back and watched just AOC's top plays from the year. Yep. Towards the end of the year, you start seeing more and more Devontae hookup. You know what I mean? Like if you watch the tape towards the end of the tape, you start to see more of 17 and 4. You know what I mean? That connection start to come more and more. Touchdowns being there, especially in the red zone. You know what I mean? In the red zone, it was getting deadly over there. So if we continue that, it's gonna look good, man. I think it's gonna look good because, like I said, AOC's greatest skill set complements Devontae's greatest skill set. You know what I mean? 100%. So we can only hope.
They have all the help in the world. They don't have to do it alone.
Right. Now, if it's Gardner,
is gonna open it up, bro.
Right. Now, if it's Gardner, it's different. You know what I mean? Gardner is different because we're not talking about accuracy at that point.
Correct.
He doesn't have the greatest accuracy, but Devontae will make you look better than you are sometimes. You know what I mean? For sure. Yep. Will Gardner be as bad as Jimmy G is the question that we're saying.
You know, that's almost impossible. Honestly, man, I feel bad for Jimmy in some ways because he wasn't right. He wasn't ready. He was never ready. He was never really the option, I think, personally. And the fact that they couldn't get Brady caused them to panic and get the next best thing they could get that they know. And that was Jimmy G. And it backfired because of the injury. I mean, he was having surgery while being signed. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knew he wasn't going to be right. There's a reason why he had a wet noodle arm. I mean, all your throwing comes from your hips, from your legs. That's where it comes from, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't come from the actual arm, right? And that's the problem. When you have foot surgery, you haven't been able to press off, rush, push, right? So he never looked anything like, I feel like they're dumping on him. They're like, well, he was because of who he was based on Shanahan. I disagree, man. I think Jimmy had real skills. It's just the injuries. I mean, that's really what it is.
You're thrown out there into the fray when you're not ready. You know, I mean, we all knew he was not ready. As soon as it sat there, right, and the signing took long for Jimmy G.
Yeah, we all knew something was wrong there.
I'm like, oh, yeah. You know what I mean? It's already starting off on the wrong foot. So do I think that it's going to be that bad? No, and we detailed this too, right? It's like this year, it could be mid, sure. Right. But I think we saw bottom of the barrel last year. You know what I mean? We saw some of the most terrible quarterback play we've seen in a while. You know what I mean? In a while. So I think from here we can probably say it's gonna be better than last year, but how much better, we don't know. You know what I mean? That's the question that we have to see, man. Let's get to some of these comments, man.
Yeah. Check out the chat, man. The chat is live right now. We got to see what's popping.
Yeah, man. Pharaoh in the building, man. Shout out to Pharaoh, man.
Pharaoh.
What's happening, man? Glad you're here, man. Glad you're here. My man Chili in the building as well, man. Chili,
another fan favorite.
Huey P says 100 why he was frustrated with Jimmy G trying to get him killed. Their QB play is going to be huge in our running game as well. Yeah, running game for sure. Hopefully running game is way better this year. You know what I mean? Because we didn't start off the year great. End of the year good, but didn't start off the year great as far as that running game.
Right.
Frank says if Tay wants out, then you trade him to the Jets and get Sauce Gardner back. I'm gonna be honest with you. And this is what we got to talk about too. If we're gonna talk about any type of trade, bro, there's really only one team that he's gonna get traded to. One, because he's even said it. If I'm gonna get reunited with anybody, it's gonna be Aaron.
Right.
He's going to either one team. And guess what, bro? I want a haul in return, especially if the scenario you gave us, Turf, like Aaron is balling. You know what I mean? The Jets are pretty good. Oh yeah, I want something back. You feel what I'm saying? I want one of them defensive pieces. Sauce Gardner will do just fine. I'll be fine with that 100%.
Yep. Nope, I agree.
Or they don't want to give us no Quentin Williams. You understand what that defensive line would be?
No.
Do you?
They don't want to they don't want to do that.
That defensive line would be amazing, bro.
That would absolutely. I don't even think the league would allow that. Yeah.
I would take Quentin Williams in a fucking heartbeat, bro. Right now, too. I don't care, bro. With Christian Wilkins, too. Oh yeah, bro.
Yep.
We can get nasty for
coming up in here. Queen V, Queen Raiderette up in the building.
That's you in the building.
If they played like they did the beginning of last season, I 100% guarantee he'll look at other options.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't agree with you more. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
For sure.
We got Chris up in the building. Chris for Raiders. Why when Devontae Adams moved to East? Why would Devontae Adams move to East? His family can finally see him play now. Grandma and Pa do not fly. That's a valid point, man. That's a valid point. And I don't think people understand. That's big. There's a lot of people that don't fly, ladies and gentlemen. I was beyond shocked the amount of people that I've met throughout my life that haven't even left their own city, let alone hop on a plane to go somewhere. So that's where he's from, the West Coast. None of it makes sense unless obviously he's going to get that ring.
Yeah, and that's the only way.
It's the only thing that'll make sense.
That's the only way. Shout out to Myra in the building, man.
Hey, Myra G in the building. Girl.
Oh no. So Frank says, and I want to put these two comments up because I like this back and forth. Frank says, just tired of all the talk, just play ball. 17 has to do it. Stop doing all these podcasts. Now, but Chris does say there's nothing wrong with him doing podcasts. We don't do the shut up and dribble over here. These guys can express themselves. Now, that I agree. Because look, in this sense, it's like this, right? We have to understand. These players are doing this now, okay, right? And which is cool, but we don't really have a lot of, for example, Micah Parsons going on around here, right? Where now we did have that with kind of like Darren Waller. He'll drop a track right after, right? Max does his podcast. You feel what I'm saying? Max does his podcast, but he'll get on there, and when we lose, he'll be like, bro, we got to play better. Like 100%, there is no exit. No nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So I respect that. Devontae don't be doing all that when he gets in season. You feel what I'm saying? Most of the players really don't. We don't have all that going on. So during the offseason, it's okay to me.
No, not only is it okay, but hey, let's keep it a buck. Devontae Adams, he gave you the game. It was the first time I've heard it that eloquently put, in my opinion. That man's not looking at what everybody else thinks is a good game. Y'all good game to him is trash. You got to remember, he is measuring himself from greatness, not just from even Pro Bowl status. So when you have that kind of mindset, bro, none of this stuff matters. Are you kidding me? You heard the man. He eats, sleeps, and drinks this. These podcasts are doing nothing to deter, take away from anything along those lines. And in fact, he's doing more for us, the fans. You know what I mean? Like, we want to see this. I don't know why you wouldn't want to see this. I mean, I don't see where the negativity comes from as far as any of these guys out here doing podcasts. So I mean, I'm not saying you don't have a valid point, but I just don't see the point. I mean, if you gave more context as to why they shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they could do. I feel like as long as it's not anything damaging, they're not going up there making a fool of them fucking selves. You know what I mean? Then sure, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? And when he talks, he spills a little game in there. You know what I mean? I've seen some people say like, "Oh, he's." I've seen some arrogance out of the interviews. I don't think it's that. I think more along the lines like he's a confident person. You know what I mean? Like you could tell he's a confident person, and especially in the work that he puts in. When you put in work, of course you're going.
You're going.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. Like you're gonna sound a certain way. And when you're confident in the work you do, you sometimes sound a certain way to certain people. You know what I mean? And that's okay sometimes. But I still think I still think we kind of need a guy like that. You know what I mean? We ain't had a guy like that in a minute. So
we haven't.
For sure. Shout out to everybody, man. Chris says with Williams, it wouldn't matter who are. Man, bro, we could put Marcus Peters back out there for all I care, bro. I don't care at that point. We had Quentin Williams, bro.
I agree, bro. My little son could go out there.
I don't care.
They could get out there.
You know what I mean? Do it. I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. I in no way, shape, or form. Even Trayvon Mullen, bring him back. I don't care, bro. Guarantee, man. Guarantee. make sure everybody is hitting that thumbs up button first and foremost on whatever channel you're watching. We appreciate everybody that's in the building, man. Got a nice little crowd in here today, man. So we definitely appreciative of everybody showing up. But right, as we continue, we got training camp coming up, man. We got training camp coming up. So, like I said, by this time next week, we talking about some news that's going on the field. So, first and foremost, I mean, what are you excited about? Let's just get what you excited about just going into it next week.
I mean, I am a little anxious about our running game. I'm anxious. Okay. I'm anxious about the running game. I'm anxious about who's actually going to get a fair shot. Right? I don't know who thinks Zeus will play much. I mean, what
in the preseason?
Series? Yeah. What do you think?
Oh yeah,
and that's what I'm saying because no one likes to give preseason credit. But I think it's vital to see what these other guys that are going to step up to the plate for a job is going to do. I mean, these guys are fighting for their life in preseason. I don't understand why people think these games are irrelevant.
Yeah,
they're not.
I mean, with Zeus, I wouldn't play him until maybe like that last preseason game.
Because he's going to get a lot of touches.
Yeah, and just give him maybe a little bit of a burn in the last preseason game. Just to get his body ready, you know what I mean? Like get some touches. But other than that, I'm not doing too much, bro, because we about to tread the tires real thin this season on that.
I see a heavy dose of running.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real heavy workload for Zeus this year. So yeah, save that. But as far as all these other guys, right? This is where your Britton Browns and
Sear McCormick's
need to do something. You know what I mean? They need to do something because at this point now there is zero room for error. And I see Chris sitting here. Chris, we can't listen to you, bro. You have animosity already towards this situation. I can't think. We got to think critically, bro. We're about to wear the tires out on this man, bro.
He's getting 250 to 300 touches, Chris.
Bro, you save that. Save him, bro. We don't need all that just straight. You know what I mean?
You don't need to see what he's going to do in preseason.
This year, he's going to get work this year, bro. So we straight. Leave him alone. You know what I mean? Let him do it. We gotta find what do we do with Zeus getting all these carries and we just got Sincere McCormick and Britton Brown collecting paychecks? Hey, man, I gotta see some production.
Right, Huey. JJ started cold because JJ held out, my dude. He didn't go through training camp. He didn't gel with his linemen. There's a lot of reasons why he came out cold, and it had nothing to do with not playing preseason games because of the fact that he wasn't at training camp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
bro, that I 100% agree, man.
Yeah, you're not going. Yeah, he's going to be ready for the first game of the season, even if he doesn't play a single down in preseason. That's just
now. See, look, and here go Chris again. None of our running backs are that nice to be taking snaps off. Did we say that Zeus was that nice? No. We said this man's about to get damn near 250 carries this year.
Exactly. Right, whether he's nice or not, that's what he's getting.
What does it look like giving this man 15 to 20 carries in a preseason game, bro? Like, we're about to wear the tires out on this man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Zeus, we already know what Zeus about to get. You know what I mean? He about to get all that heavy workload. Madison, all right, whatever. He's about to get the crumbs off of that. All these other dudes, bro, that are right here collecting money.
That's what we need to know.
What's going on with that? You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? We got to figure that out. That's all I need. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we're not saying Zeus is the greatest thing, ever, but we are saying, you know what I mean? Maybe get him a little warm a little bit, but he's not playing a lot at all. Right. He won't be playing a lot in preseason. Madison, on the other hand, he might be getting some burn. For sure. He might be getting some burn. Does Abdullah get a lot of burn? That's the question.
Right. Myra, you crazy. Chris, you gonna be on our next no matter what, bro. You are. Sure. We ready for you, bro.
The first 100-yard game, my man.
Oh, yeah, right?
I hope it's week 1. First 100-yard game Zeus has, bro. I don't want to hear nothing. Nothing.
Zero. And it's coming. I don't see why it wouldn't be the first game. Honestly, yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up about Josh missing. But Severe said this was getting spicy with the running backs. I like it. But said that boy Sincere better show up, or is roster security going to be disingenuous? Hey, man, all I know is, does this man have a secret thumb drive somewhere, thumbnail?
Bro, I'm telling you what it is.
He must have something, because
I'm telling y'all.
Okay, all right.
I'm telling y'all, man, the kid is nice. I'm telling you. He actually played last year in preseason and did well. He scored. I want to say he may have scored 2 touchdowns in preseason.
Yeah, he looked cool. He looked cool.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the kid's got skills. I'm not saying he's going to just be some Pro Bowl outstanding running back, but I think he has the ability to play in the NFL.
Oh, okay. Pharaoh says Zeus, the X Factor.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. This man is gonna be a bull in a china shop, man. You say that. Say that, bro. He gonna be straight, bro. I'm telling you. Man, and I cannot stress enough what you said, Turf. I can't stress it enough, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Josh Jacobs, because people are gonna say, why don't you play him? We saw what happened with Josh last year. Josh didn't have a training camp, bro. This man has been here all camp,
all season,
man. All year.
OTAs, it ain't no voluntaries.
He with the team, bro. We're ready. He's ready.
He's dealing with his offensive line as we speak.
Josh wasn't doing none of it. I ain't even gonna cap. We both running backs up in here. I know some people in the chat running backs connoisseurs. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Being with the line. I saw that picture, bro. That when he's working out, I'm like, oh yeah, this motherfucker's ready. He's ready, bro. He can go out and carry. He can carry 25 times right now. Right now, if he wanted to.
Yep.
He's ready. He's ready, bro. I think we'll be straight with that. But like where I get to worry, right, is after that. I'm cool with Zeus. I'm worried about after Zeus. That's my thing. Right? That's
somebody said Madison won't make the team. Now that's just straight comedy. I saw it somewhere. I wanted to, Huey. Huey, you bugging, bro.
Don't say that.
You bugging, Huey. Ain't nobody paying him that kind of money as a running back for him not to make the team. He making the team, bro.
I'll tell you what's a quick way. I'll tell you what's a quick way for him to get cut on this team, and I can tell you AP ain't gonna mess with it. Put that ball on the ground. See what happens. That's all I got to say, bro. Put that ball on the ground and continue to see what happens. And he's cool, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't think he does anything spectacular. I think everything about his game is all right. You know what I mean? Like, he does everything
I agree.
pretty good. You know what I mean? Nothing super out of the water. Right. But where you're going to always lose me is when you lose that pill, man. That's when you're going to always lose me. Right. I'm sorry.
Bro, I didn't think about this.
That is a fact.
This is a fabulous point, Chris.
That is a fact.
Because I'm telling you right now, dude, Zeus is a load. Could you imagine the bus being able to run in this era without having that hip drop now? I mean, I don't know if anybody ever took down the bus when it came down to tackling.
And this is where
you know what I'm saying? Everybody used it.
That's real. And this is where we're gonna have to bring this in again, because you know what, we're gonna defend Zeus today. All right, goddamn it. Because he talks about losing a vision. So does Chris, right? But then I will defend him on this point. This year, we're running a scheme that's way better for this man's running style.
Absolutely.
Last year, even when he took over, when he took over for Josh Jacobs, he's running a scheme that's really a running scheme designed for Josh. Now, as you saw, Chiefs game, right, where they started doing some more running schemes tailored to his running style. Now you saw some of them runs as he ended the game against the Chiefs, where all he needs is that one crease. You feel what I'm saying? This man is not get the ball, wiggle around in the backfield.
He has no shakes.
This man start turning into the muscle hamster, right? Because he's not one of those. You need to get this man, right, going east-west maybe, and as soon as he sees that crease, bro, you get that north and south. Once he squares them shoulders and hips, it's a wrap.
It's going to be a problem.
So
it's going to be a problem.
This blocking scheme is 100% better for what he's
Hey, that hip drop tackle is. I don't think people understand how that. There are a lot of running backs that
is
just
true, bro. That is
are
real
hard
true.
to bring down, bro, without grabbing them by the waist and literally dropping. Derrick Henry's.
You know
what? There's some dudes, man. Like,
see, this is gonna get ugly, yeah, because you can't really do that. So it is gonna get ugly. And just a little off topic. I'm glad Chris is in here. That kind of plays into what we were talking about last Sunday about Bowers or Tucker, who you want in there. Didn't even think about that hip drop tackle. Because now you talk about Bowers, that's a big man. You know what I mean? You get that man in the
hard
flat,
to tackle.
You know what I mean? You can't hip drop that. So it's like, how you gonna get him down? You know what I mean? So that's a
Mayer. Mayer is a
Mayer too.
Mayer, bull.
But another great point. Now Myra had a question. Are y'all more worried about the running back or quarterback situation? Me personally, quarterback, 100%.
Me running back.
Yeah, he's running back.
But I believe in AOC.
I don't know.
It's no secret. We all know it's no secret. Turf is on the AOC bandwagon. I'm all on it. I'm 100% in, man.
Okay. Yep. And that's wrong, man. I really, if he's the guy, bro, like I've always said, it's the best possible situation for us, bro. Best possible situation. Myra says Zeus gonna make Bosa look like a boneless wing. Yes. Can't wait. The first guy he runs through, bro. Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. That's
crazy
right here. He just gotta. What did Marshawn say? What Marshawn say? He just gotta run through a motherfucking face just one time, bro. That's all I want. One time. That's all I want.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. That Zeus is going to be spectacular looking. I'm just telling y'all right now. The bulk and the size is going to do him well with this new rule, and you're going to see some people getting ran over. Something.
Oh, I can't wait.
This
ugly run. Style of football gets me excited. You know what I mean? This would get me excited when you just play that bully ball. You know what I mean? That's exactly it. Are you guys AOC or Gardner? Which one will be starting? I'm going with AOC just because I've said it's
AOC. It's my
best
dude.
possible solution, bro.
AOC
team and what we got. Make sure you're running up them likes, peoples, man.
Yes, please.
Man, but it's been a fire show so far, man. Fire conversation.
Excellent show. Excellent conversation. The chat is wild as always.
Yes, sir.
Chris
so as we continue, right, with the training camp preview, we gotta continue to talk about things that we're looking for as far as what's gonna happen now. We could talk about the easy ones, which is cornerback, so we'll save that. But what I will say now, let's bring some other position groups into it that we really don't touch on, right? Which let's talk about the D-line. Because a lot of the times we think the D-line is set in stone, but really we got some question marks maybe that I think we need to answer.
Yeah.
So you talk about specifically the interior, right? You go with Christian Wilkins, cool, we straight. John Jenkins, you know what he is, specialty role. Adam Butler, a little up there in age as well. But after that, where do you go, right? You still got Byron Young. You still have Nesta J. Silvera.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
Butler is going to be a staple.
Yeah, Malcolm Butler is there. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we still got some question marks there that we need answered. I mean, what do you think about the other guys on the D-line that aren't probably the top three?
So you say who's the top three that we have?
No, I mean, like, who besides the top three? You know what I mean? Because it's like we got Jenkins, we got Butler, we got Wilkins. Yeah. But it's like we got the younger dudes too. Somebody's gonna be.
I think Nesta. I think it might be time for Nesta to break out. If Young, if Young is not doing well, I don't see him. I don't see him lasting.
He's intriguing to me, though. He's intriguing.
He is, man, and I don't understand why he hasn't gotten any noise. Right? At least Nesta's gotten some kind of conversation.
Yeah, he didn't get no tick.
No kind of love, shade, nothing. It's interesting.
It is because Nesta played some last year.
Right.
He was held out a lot last year. So was it because he didn't understand the scheme? Really don't know. We really can't say for sure, but he's intriguing to me. It's only his second year, bro. So it's like, you know what I mean? And he's from Alabama. So could he get it together? Could he become, we're not saying a superstar piece, but could he become somebody that could be part of the rotation?
Right. And that's what I was going to say. He can give breathers, but really not have much fall off, right? When that breather comes in, it's not like you're, now you're vulnerable to something. He can actually, hold par.
So really, we look at the battle, it's going to be between him and Nesta. Because, I mean, I like Nesta too. Nesta, you can kind of see he a little bit of a knucklehead, but it can be beneficial, but he hasn't shown it to be beneficial yet. And Chris said it right on cue, bro. Chris said it right on cue. That's the thing right there where
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it too. You know what I mean? It's part of it too. Byron Young, on the other hand, I mean, not saying they're both not talented because I like both of them. But I don't know, Byron Young more intrigues me. I just feel like just coming from where he came from, seeing some of the tape he had, you know what I mean? Very interesting dude. Not saying he's gonna be a superstar, but at least get in that rotation. At least,
100%.
We don't know about Byron Young. He spent the whole 2 weeks in the building with the trainer supposedly and the off season. Yeah, man. I mean, I've heard he's working too. So we'll see.
He would be. I mean, either one of those two guys stepping up is big. Like that's the depth that we have, even just with one. If they both pan out, I mean, I don't even know if we can keep them both. Right? I don't think that's even a possibility. Probably not.
This is one. You probably should.
I'm actually with Chris on that. I saw
y'all sipping on something a little too strong on that. That man didn't even see the goddamn field when he got traded, bro. I don't know what we're talking about, bro. He didn't even sniff the field. No, stop it, bro. Stop it.
I didn't see that part. I'm not gonna say I never liked him, but I was never on his team. Right? I looked at, if I had to choose between him and Nesta, I'm going with Nesta. And the only reason is because, like I said, we've heard something from him, and at least he's got some kind of an edge to him. I ain't heard shit about it.
You talking about Neil Farrell, ain't you? He over here talking about Neil Farrell Jr. I never liked Neil Farrell Jr. I'm gonna be honest with you. He played in the Super Bowl. Did he?
I don't know.
Show me the snap.
Wait, who he play with?
Give me the snap. He played on KC. Give me the snap.
Ah, well, that's why.
Yeah, give me the snaps. I want to see how many snaps he played in that bowl and what snaps he did.
Nah, man.
That's what I'm saying. That is, I want to, because you can say he played, but then Chris won't say like, oh, he only played 2 snaps, but he played in there though. I don't care about the 2 snaps.
Exactly.
But I mean, at the end of the day, man, I think I like Butler. Butler just
I like
on
Butler
the side of 30. That's the only thing.
Right, but Butler's also a Super Bowl winner, and Butler. You know what I'm saying?
Butler's real.
Exactly.
I just think we got to add to that rotation, bro. Especially, I'm not even gonna lie to you, especially on that edge. I think on that edge.
Yeah, we need at least one more. We need one more, right? Because we got 3 max right now.
We got to add some talent.
We got Combs, Crosby, and a hybrid of a guy in Wilson. So. I don't know though. Wilson, who knows what Wilson? That dude looks crazy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he looks crazy. Talk about Zeus, dude.
Physically, he's a specimen.
Wilson looks crazy.
If your boy Tyree can give me 7 sacks, is all I care about. That's all I want. I just want 7.
He might get way more than that.
I just want 7, bro. But realistically, I like him. You like Kuntz, but then like, who the hell is after that? What's this dude's name? Ellerson Smith. Who is that? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but like, be for real. Like, I don't know who that is. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
don't either.
He might come in here and do some things. I didn't know who Adam Butler was before last year, for real. But
I know who he was.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like, okay, cool, but I don't know who that is. You know what I mean? Who's after that? Who's the edge after Ellerson Smith?
You got a great point, man.
Robinson. What's his name? Robinson, the 97 that we had last year. He got in the little thing that he got into, the little bender with the drunk driving that he got into, the DUI.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. Is it Janaris Robinson? Something like that. He's all right. He showed some promise. But can't really bank on that. That's more hope than anything. You know what I mean? There's more hope. So, I mean, I've continuously said the edge room is thin to me.
It is.
It's thin. I think if we could get some more talent, I mean, it would serve us well. Definitely.
No, I agree.
Serve us well. So now let's go ahead and let's touch on what everybody wants us to touch on, man. That cornerback room.
Oh boy, let me go get it. Let me go get my cup of ice.
Go ahead, man. Get yourself together.
I just need some ice. I'll be right back. You know,
you see what happens, bro?
Like Chris here in a second.
We already stressed. Chris in here. I'm mad Leo not in here. You know what I mean? We already got to talk about this right here, right? So I'll start it off. You know, I see videos of backpedaling and all this or running. You know what I mean? Like at this point, you know what I'm saying? We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see for this training camp, because this right here is going to be one of the weakest spots to me in the whole defense. I don't give a damn about none of that. You know what I mean? To me, I think it's going to be one of the weakest spots in that whole defense. Like, if you're going to point out one weakness, it's going to be that cornerback 2 spot. Easily. And even if Jacorian Bennett is not there, even if it's Brandon Faison, I don't have too much confidence in Brandon Faison either. Now, immediately people get to talk about, you know, that year he was with us with Gus Bradley. You know what I mean?
He did have a good year.
You know what I mean? Cool. Understandable. What else? Give me another year after that you can point out that you're like, evidence that we can, you know, let alone he can hold up for a whole season, but you know what I mean, be able to really hold it down on that cornerback 2 spot.
Right.
There's not much evidence. You know what I mean? Not many games that I can go back to. So go ahead. I mean, I know you got your takes on this. What you thinking about the cornerback 2 spot?
Look, I am praying that one of these rookies step up, particularly the one that runs a 4.3 alongside your boy Bennett. I forget his name. He runs the 4.39. Tall too, right? It's like 6'2", 6'3".
Bennett is not no 6'2".
No, I'm talking about the guy behind him, the rookie we just drafted.
Oh, Richardson.
Yeah,
he's like 6'2", bro.
That's what I'm saying. So I think we have a chance to fill that position with what we have. I'm pulling for Bennett. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, Leo.
You heard that? Did everybody hear that?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, they really act like I hate this kid, man. It's the furthest from the truth. It's just I have to go with what my eyes are showing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I'm seeing, and I mean the proof is in the pudding. They took him out.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but shout out to Leo, because he is in the building.
Leo is in the building.
This I'll give you this. We're skeptical. Well, I'll speak for myself. I'm skeptical on Bennett. With Faison, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give no grace. This man been in the league for I don't know how long, bro. At this point, bro, like we're really convincing ourselves, like, yeah, bro, Brandon Faison is gonna turn us into a top 5 defense. It don't even sound right when you hear it. It don't even sound right when you say it. So let's be real on that one. But as far as Bennett, I'm skeptical. I'll say that. I'm not totally out though, but I'm skeptical.
I'm bad skeptical on Bennett. I mean, and hey, look, I came clean. They got me wrong. They got me wrong. Chris, you gotta go, dude. You interrupting the show.
Hey, man.
Look,
drinking that Chris Kool-Aid, man. You drinking that Chris Kool-Aid.
Look, I I gave Bennett some grace, man. I really did, bro. The kids got to show up, man. There's nothing I can do to help. You know what I mean? It's not. My eyes showed me what I saw. And I'm not the only one, man. All I can tell y'all is the team has been giving confidence to the guys that they believe in, as well as the ones I think that they have hope in. Right. I think he's one that they have hope in, and you can tell by the way that they talk about him. Yeah, and right. I mean, that's the way I see it. They don't believe in him like that, but they have hope.
Okay.
And it's tough, man. It's a hard situation, man.
I think from what I've seen, I like Devonshire better than Richardson.
Yeah,
and I'm not mad at
that
at all. I'm not mad at that at all.
We got options. That's the beautiful thing about
rookies,
it.
That's the only thing. They're rookies. You feel what I'm saying? Like, say what we want, but they're a 4th and 7th round rookie. You know what I mean? Like, to get production that we're looking for is that's high. You know what I mean? That's high. So I'd be cool. You know what I mean? Of course, if we can get that type of production from a 4th round or 7th round rookie, but we know what we're looking for. So can we expect that? But I was about to say, man, thank you for saying this, Severe. We on the same brain wave right now, bro. What did Mo say about this, bro? That's all I want to know, bro. That's all I want to know. What did Mo say when you asked him about Ja'Cory and Bennett, Chris? Because I know you did. I know exactly what you asked him.
He said he liked them, from what I recall.
Yeah,
he was pulling for him, but it's the same confidence, which is
I'm pulling for him.
That's what I'm saying. It's the lack of I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see, man. The bottom line is the kid did not do well last year. He had the same prognosis the beginning of the season last year as he's starting to get this year, and he cannot be unsuccessful this year. I just see him. If he gets yanked this year, he's out. He's off the team. That's what I see. If he can't last, and by week 8, and he's on the bench for real, and you got Devonshire, Richardson, somebody else ahead of him, he's on his way out. He's out, and I came clean. I told y'all I didn't think it was I shouldn't say I didn't think. I don't know if it's a learning issue or not. Remember, I came clean. I told y'all that I thought he may have had a problem there, junior college, the whole scenario, to find out that was the last of the issues. It was the fact that he actually was a late bloomer. So that's the other reason why people are still trying to pull for him. He is one of those so-called late bloomers, Bennett. He did not have a single offer. Even D2, D3, he had not a single college offer out of high school. So it says a lot. It says a lot.
Now, context, because people gonna be hearing what they want to hear. But at the end of the day, what Turf is saying, I mean, at the end of the day, if we're sitting here week 8, like, understand if he is trash and it's week 8. And he's getting beat out by a 4th and 7th round rookie. What the hell do you think is going to happen? Like, be real, bro. Don't just sit here and just dismiss that. Like, just be honest with yourself, right? Like, if he's actually not playing and he's actually getting beat out by a 4th and 7th round rookie, he was a 4th round pick his damn self.
Right.
Come on, bro. Like, be real. But right at the end of the day, though, this year, like I said, I'm just skeptical because of what I saw last year. Now I'm not totally out. I'm just skeptical.
No, right.
I'm not gonna give him like the vote of confidence like everybody else is doing. Like, just because I don't do that, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here. Now Turf is gonna go to the extreme and look up his high school diploma. I'm not gonna do all that. But at the end of the day,
man, I had to figure something. So, sometimes these players make you dig deep, man, because you gotta find something to hang your hat on. I mean, look, I want to have something behind, some substance of what I'm saying based on an ideology, some kind of thought, something that makes sense, man. And he hasn't been making sense at all.
I wish, man. I wish I was going to the open practice.
Is that you talking about in August? If you talk in August,
in
I'll
August.
be there on the 20th. I'll be there on the 20th. The 16th, I think it's the 14th. The 14th, I'll be in Salt Lake City, so I won't be able to make that. But
Sir, for being in the building on the 20th, man.
Definitely, we're gonna be in there on the 20th. And
okay.
That's a ticket if somebody needs
it. Yeah. And I saw you, Leo. I saw you add, man. I'll be back in Cali towards the end of August, man. Towards the end of August, I'll be back. But y'all already know what time it is, man. Make sure you guys keep hitting the like button. This is a fire conversation. Keep going a little bit, man, because we still talking about all that. So this is a very fire one.
These people, man, I swear, y'all
for sure. I mean, looked at I guarantee you. I guarantee you. But I still think we should sign another one. I mean, shout out to my guy Marcus Johnson. Tape don't lie, right? Hey. And my guy Chris can't even deny that one when I say it, right? He dropped YouTube video, YouTube live, whatever it was, of Stephon Gilmore, right? Breaking down his tape of last year. Right. And it showed a lot of good things he was still able to do. And I'll be honest, even me, I'm still victim of the last game he played. Last couple games he played wasn't all that great. So I was like, it didn't look good. But really, throughout that season last year, he was playing ball. You know what I mean? He was playing ball, and the tape did show. So if you got a chance, man, go over to Tape Don't Lie with Marcus Johnson, man. He went over there and broke it down, man. So that was nice, bro. I think if we have a chance, and he even came out and said it, Stephon Gilmore said, I don't think there are 64 corners that are better than me. If you sign Stephon Gilmore, he is at least the second best corner on this team.
Right. No, I agree. That's valid. It's valid.
He's the second best corner on his team. Veteran leadership, has been to big games, still has some decent play left. Perfect for what we need right now.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if we're saving the money to pay the people we have, and that's the reason we won't go after him, I'm okay with that. But if we don't pay the people that I expect us to pay, you know what I'm saying? And we don't go get something after that that's comparable to him or better. Now it's like, what are you doing, front office? But I don't foresee that. I
already know, fam.
I'm real happy with our front office. I really believe they know what they're doing.
So, look, and it's because Severe don't like Gilmore. I know he don't. But you can't tell me at the very least this man is not the second best corner if we signed him tomorrow. Mm-hmm. He's not the second best corner on his team. You can't tell me that. At the least. But hold on. Rebel said something that I think. Okay, Rebel said, did y'all hear DA say that players that Gruden drafted basically were not smart enough to get the playbook and they needed to lower expectations? Yes. Wow. Yes.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, he said that on did he say that on Shannon Sharp's? Yeah, he did. Because he basically was talking
about
get
to see the whole thing yet.
He basically was talking about, like when Josh came in, understand there were still Gruden guys in here. Gruden guys were not particularly savvy to understand some of the playbook all that well. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you gotta tell, man. I mean, Gruden liked the meatheads, you know.
Right? I mean? He did. He liked the dudes that are running. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll be nice.
33 going on 50.
Yeah, he don't pass the rundown test.
Yeah, Severe be holding on to the rundown test more than I do, bro. Like, honestly, and I be on it, but Severe really be on it.
He be on that rundown test.
But all I'm saying is, if I'm paying this man in a pack of Wrigley's gum, why do I care, bro? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, that's literally it. That's literally it. All I have to do is give this man one roll of Hubba Bubba, and I'm straight. That's literally it. So we're not even doing anything that major, honestly. Yeah, he definitely said that they weren't Harvard players. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't wait. It must be towards the end because I got like 30 minutes left, 40 minutes left.
Yeah, you got to see that.
It makes a lot of sense to me, though, because I'm telling you, man, you definitely can't be dumb playing for the Patriots. I
No, hell no. Hell no.
that. There's no bro. Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco gave us the game. He was like, bro, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all. It was just too. It was too complicated. I just couldn't get on. I couldn't get on. And we talking about a dude that should, in some eyes, be a Pro Bowl. You know, I mean, a Hall of Famer as far as Ocho Cinco, but. Right. Yeah, it's a difficult situation, man. For you cannot be a dummy. You know, as far as what people think, you know, they think it's me dead, me go and fight, me hit you short. No, it's a whole lot more to it.
I mean, and then to that point, you bring in Josh McDaniels so you understand. Right. But then it's like, as a coach, you kind of gotta tailor something a little bit to your people. It's a tough line to walk. AP seems to know how to walk that line. Right. But you know, with a guy that's so used to things being done a certain way, things being done by the book, as obviously you see the disconnect for sure.
Right.
Truth be told, in the building, salute to you, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out, man.
Oprah deserves a jacket, in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I thought he did too. I ain't gonna lie either. I'd have to, I guess, see the numbers to really, you know what I mean?
But I have to say this.
His ability, Jesus, God, he might have had the best feet.
I have to say this because we've been talking about this for a minute. If he gets one, and I hate to say it because we're not supposed to say it, but Antonio Brown for sure shit gets one.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, bro, if that man gets one, Antonio Brown better have his hand delivered.
I ain't gonna lie though. As far as the player, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, AB was the dude.
That shit I seen from Antonio Brown was some of the wildest I've ever seen.
Yeah. He could have been one of the best.
And I understand it's definitely FAB for sure. You won't ever. I gotta speak the truth when it's told, bro. You won't ever 100%. Hear me say some of them Steeler years, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, he was.
I'm going down.
He got hit by Burfict, bro. Before AB got hit by Burfict, bro. I'm telling you right now, that kid, he was on his way. He was on his way to making you forget about all. Even some years
after that.
Yes.
Yeah. That he has some of the. He has some of the coldest highlights I've
ever seen. His speed, his quick, everything.
Oh, the coldest shit I've ever seen. As a player, bro, you can't hear me talk bad about Antonio Brown.
At all.
As a person, 100% he's trash.
Right, he's trash.
He's 100% trash.
Honestly, I think that perfect hit did it to him. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. He was never anything wild until after that perfect hit, bro. That hit took him out.
Yeah. hey, Real Talk Raider Nation says, deep down, Gilmore would make you happy. Maybe deep down off camera. Yeah. Hey, Shavir ain't gonna admit it until he sees you, boy, break up a pass or something. You know what I mean? But you know what? We talking about these corners, man. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Training camp.
Yeah.
Talk about the linebackers. I talked about it yesterday on my show with some of my guests, man. If your name's not Robert Spillane, your job is up in the air. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. If
your name is not Robert, if it's not Robert Spillane, you're basically chalk that LeBron has tossed in the air, bro. Because at the end of the day, your job is not safe whatsoever, bro. Whatsoever. In my opinion, everybody can say Diablo's job is safe, but we're just going off of comfortability at this point, I think.
Right.
Like we're saying, like, oh, he's been here. You know what I mean? Like he's been a part of the team for a while, so like naturally he would be the second guy, but not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I mean? I don't think he has any range whatsoever to say like, oh yeah, I'm above anybody that's not named Robert Spillane, in my opinion.
Right.
In my opinion.
I love Spillane. I think he'll be fine. I don't think he's the best at his position. I think we could get somebody better. I would have liked to have Queen. I'm gonna be again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at this from the perspective of right stepping it up, right? Having the best of the best at every position. Let's keep it a buck. Spillane doesn't top the top 5.
He's
He
in
doesn't top
top
the top. Yeah, I don't even think he's top
20 linebackers.
I was going to say, wasn't even top 10. Like, he's not.
He's a top 20, top 15 linebacker.
Right.
In my opinion. I think he's a top 15 linebacker. I think he's top 15. If you told me he was the 13th ranked linebacker in the league, I'd say, okay. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, all right. If you want to give me 12. You feel what I'm saying?
This is it right here. This is how he stays. Again.
Who are we talking about? Here?
We're talking about
first and foremost.
Spillane. I mean, yes.
We're talking about Spillane for sure.
You make up a lot for the lack of talent based on your knowledge. I mean, again, I was definitely an overachiever, but from the brain, it wasn't from the freaking athleticism. I'm 5'8". You know what I'm saying? Like 5'8", 200 pounds. It had nothing to do with the size. It was the mind that got me there. And it's the mind for a lot of these guys, man. That's what really puts them above everybody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they have the talent with it. You know what I mean? They have the talent. They have the size, the speed, all the other intangibles on top of the brain. So, yeah. It's a dangerous combo.
For sure, bro. That's for sure. I mean, that's how Spillane is going to stay ahead. I feel like that's how a guy like Eichenberg is going to get on the field as well.
I think he's gonna be.
And that's where Severe now shudders behind the camera wherever he's watching because I just said the name Eichenberg. But at the end of the day, I think that's how he's gonna find his way on the field, bro.
Bro, he's a football dude.
Yeah,
you don't get many football dudes like that. You know what I mean? Like a real football head. They don't.
But see, that's my issue, Severe. That's the issue. Right, you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like we start the season off, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like every one of Diablo's seasons has started this way. We get excited in training camp. Okay, all right. We see that more responsibility has been heaped on. We're like, okay, this might be the year he puts it together. Solid 2 to 3 games to start the season. You say, all right, bro, it's a solid 2 to 3 games. We're straight. Then he gets injured. Then he's out for another 2 to 3. Okay, he comes back. Not the same type of player he was pre-injury when he started the season. Now something's missing. Now as we continue on the season, he plays more and more hurt. As we get towards the end of the season, now he's really injured and can't give you what he gave you in the first 2 to 3 games. He don't look the same. Now we're back in the same position again. Does that sound like I'm spot on?
Absolutely. I don't see it no different. It is what it is, man.
And thus the cycle continues. You see what I'm saying? And that's my only point. The cycle must stop at some point. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna say he is the worst linebacker, but he's mid. He's mid. You feel what I'm saying? He's mid. There are times where I feel like his coverage skills should be better than what they are. You feel what I'm saying? Especially we've been advertised this safety. You know what I mean? The coverage skills should have gotten better to this point. You feel what I'm saying? That's where I would say running, as far as in the run game, I would get no secret. I would like more aggressiveness, but he's mid. You know what I mean? He's all right. Like he's saying, capable starter, but somebody that you can definitely upgrade.
100%. Absolutely, he's an upgradable position. 100%. We have a lot. And to have a good defense like we do still have some upgradable pieces. And in fact, I think now I'm lying. I was about to say something crazy.
Okay.
The offense.
You see that?
Yeah, I was about to say something crazy. No, our offense, it's still yet to be seen. It's still yet to be known if the line is going to work, right? That chemistry has to happen. You know, people are being moved into different positions. That doesn't mean it's going to work, right? Parham's going to the right side.
Which we assume would work.
I'm still nervous on James. You know, I'm actually gonna hit that in the morning, actually. So shout out to myself in the morning. Hopefully, I'm going to get my grade report out for Mr. Andre James, and I'm gonna put that out during lunchtime, hopefully. But yeah, we got holes. We got more holes, I would say, offensively than defensively right now, until we see what product we have.
Now, Severe says if Tommy Eichenberg is on the field and it is not a punt or kick, we're in some trouble. Hey, bro, if he end up doing something, I swear, bro, I swear.
He's never going to live it down.
First zero cover two.
I'm buying him a jersey.
Another one. This one's gonna make Chris shudder. But I think we should see some more tick from Luke Masterson. Ooh. I think Luke Masterson should get some more burn, man. Every time I see him on the field, I see plays. I'm sorry.
I see aggression. Plays. I see Raider like noise.
I like Luke.
I love Masterson.
I think Luke should get more burn, man. I think he might get some more tick.
I was gonna say, why won't he? And he might be that guy that steps up to the plate.
Now, and somebody could correct me if I'm wrong as well. Also, I think there were a couple times this year where even Diablo did some things that AP didn't like, and he put Masterson in there.
He sure did.
And yanked his ass. You know what I mean? There were some times like that. So that right there tells me 100%. Oh yeah, your job not 100% safe, bro. He liked the way this dude. 100% he like his energy already. You know what I mean?
Eichenberg is a football head. I don't know any other way to say that. There are not many guys like that. There's just not. It's just not.
Oh yeah, bro. 100%. I was gonna get into that too, real talk, but I'm glad you brought it up. We're drafting a linebacker this next year, 100%. We drafted a linebacker. No, we go. No. That's not even like a hot take. Like that, I can see that 100%. Spillane is up there. You look at the depth. You know what I mean? Look, if Severe is right, and Eichenberg ain't good, and you look at everybody else and they're just mid, you gonna be drafting a dude because AP needs that. You know what I mean?
It's AP. See, but that's it. See, and this is the thing. That's the last position we should be worrying about, in my opinion, because of what we got as a head coach. He is going to make sure that position is solid. And even if not, again, look who's behind him. Look who's the front runner, the guy running this defense, and Patrick Graham. Again, another cerebral Yale graduate. You don't think this defense is going to be just any simpler, right? I'm trying to tell you a reason why I had those inclinations and thoughts when it came to Bennett and the lack of understanding and being able to learn the playbook, etc. Graham is going to have some complex, difficult shit defensively, period. I don't know any other way to explain that to y'all. He has the players. He has the base. Every year, they are incrementally going to build on top of what they have. And I'm just telling you right now, a person that has half a brain is not going to fit.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And look, okay, we talking about this. We talking about Darian Butler. He's all right. I mean, I think there's a reason he be on the practice squad and all that too. So you'll see special teams from him. I don't see too much, honestly. Amari Burney is going to be a special teams hero, in my opinion. Yeah, if he's playing and it's not no punt, or
now you got a problem.
Yeah. We're screwed, bro. We're screwed.
No, I agree.
We're at the bottom of the barrel. We're at the bottom of the barrel.
I did my great report on him. Athletic. Nah, we got problems. We got problems.
Do you understand? And look, this isn't like critical analysis I'm about to give, so understand. So fair warning. But it's just when we drafted Brock Bowers, the first like 3 plays, I saw Amari Burney's ass getting toasted. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, who the hell is this 56 dude on Florida or whoever this dude is? I'm like, oh, we have this dude on our team. So it's like it's very funny, right? I'm seeing Brock Bowers toast this man the whole damn near most of that highlight reel. But at the end of the day, yeah, Amari Burney is gonna be a special teams hero. If he's on the field, bro, we are we're toast. I'm gonna let you know that right now. We're toast.
I agree. I do not disagree at all.
We're screwed if he's on the field. So I mean, this I want to bring up here because we see the contrast. Luke needs to be on Star Wars fighting Star Troopers. That's it. But Rebel goes on the other side and says he's eventually gonna be an
all pro linebacker, bro. I ain't mad at that. I ain't gonna lie, because I like Masterson. He's got that streak. He's got that mean streak,
bro. I don't understand why Chris does not like Masterson. Why don't you like Luke? Chris, you gotta let us know that, man. I think Luke, every time he's on the field, bro, he just don't get a lot of burn. I just think every time he's on the field, he make plays. I've seen him do something.
I seen the aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Even when he's wrong, he out there flying around hitting people. That's what I know.
Higher underrated comment by our girl Myra, man, saying we may be able to come up on a sleeper that gets cut, preferably from the AFC West. For sure.
It's possible. It's possible.
Let me see. Diablo had one of his best games to finish the year against Denver. 10 tackles and a run stuff. Masterson had 1 tackle that game. Yeah, didn't get no burn because Diablo played.
Right.
Didn't get no burn. But yeah, I mean, he had that 10 tackles against Denver. I mean, when you hear that, are you impressed with that, sir?
Nah, not really. I mean, no, because I think somebody just said it out here. When it comes to Masterson, he doesn't cover well. I'll give him that. I'll give them that. That's the one knock that they do have.
Oh yeah, people were saying that. This is true. None of our linebackers cover well. None of our linebackers,
including Spillane. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I don't think he's great. I mean, he's not.
I've made this sad reality, right? I've made this sad reality, and I've had to check myself and look myself in the mirror as a YouTuber talking football.
Mm-hmm.
Having a coverage linebacker is a luxury.
It is.
It just is, bro. At this point, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I look around the league at this point now, and I look around, I'm like, you don't see that many dudes doing covering guys down the field, covering tight ends, doing all that. I mean, you see dudes doing it, of course, but having a guy that excels at it, that's really good, bro, like, only a few teams have that, and them few teams is going to the playoffs consistently.
Right.
There's a reason. So I think, our linebackers, even Spillane, as much as I love him, he's not the best coverage linebacker either.
Bro, I hate it, dude. I mean, I got the guy's signature. He was so great. I got it on his birthday, that Chargers game, right in the front. A great guy, man. I mean, he's always gracious to the fans, because the people that sit up there every game, I know them, and they tell me about, all those guys. They tell me who the jerks, right? You know what I mean? I don't voice that out loud, but what I can tell you is he's not a jerk, and he's actually one of the good ones. So it's hard for me to, be honest, because he's not a guy, like, he can be replaced. He can be upgradable, like, big time.
And you know what? I've been seeing people now. I mean, I don't know how much he would want, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't imagine it's too much. I've been seeing people talk about Shaq Leonard coming in for that linebacker room. And look here, if he's healthy, that's ugly. That's real ugly. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. Now, he's not what he once was. I understand that. He's not what he now. We ain't gonna get what we used to seeing, but if we just get some of that, you know what I mean? We get some of that. Oh yeah, I rock.
I agree.
My God, man. Hey, he gets no love, but it's okay. And Severe bringing up the stats. My man, Rebel is fighting for himself in this, but at the end of the day, man, I think that Masterson. We'll see. I think him and. I think everybody, like I said, everybody that's not named Spillane is on even playing field to me.
Right.
At this point.
No, I agree.
And on even playing field. I mean, we go from them. You go to the safeties a little bit. I'm confident in the safeties. I like the safeties.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Safety spot. There's no reason to even.
Not mad at that at all.
I would say, I mean, hell, we're going to have people on the practice squad that's probably capable of coming in. You know what I'm saying? For some breathers, etc. So, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you talk about the big three with Merrick, Epps and Palomar. He's going all three of them dudes gonna be playing at the same time.
And he's still got Smith back there. Who's the other kid? There's one other kid.
You got Trey Taylor now that you brought in, and everybody's excited.
Grant is another one. I think. Yeah, there's plenty of talent.
A lot of guys in that safety room. So I like the safety room. One of the more solid rooms in the defensive room, next to the defensive line. Of course, we talk about that, but safety room for sure is nice. We talked about offense already. That wide receiver room is gonna be nice. You know what I mean? That's gonna be one of the strengths of the offense when you talk about all the skill sets in there with Devontae, Jacoby, Trey Tucker. You know what I mean? And if you want to throw Bowers as a slash receiver in there, we're good with that. You know what I mean? Offensive line is where the question mark could come in. You know what I mean? See, and this is before we continue to go there. Look, this is where we're at right here. This is why I think we're gonna be masking a lot of it because Palomar is gonna be covering in spots that these linebackers can't. That's probably why we're gonna be masking a lot of the deficiencies.
It's a great point.
You know what I mean? You mask the deficiencies we have. Then we're gonna be sitting there like, oh my god, our linebackers are covered so well. Realistically, they're not really doing too much except dropping to a spot and allowing the safeties to really take over the bulk of the heavy lifting. You know what I mean? So it's probably what we're doing it right there. I think, especially with Rebel saying Trey Tucker will be on the outside. Jacoby Myers will play mostly slot this year. He's unstoppable there. That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I'm not gonna say it's wrong in any way, shape, or form, but I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting point. We're gonna have to see how that works out.
So Rebel wants 3 UDFA players that make this team. Number one,
definitely be cornerback. It'll be a cornerback.
Yeah, definitely one of the cornerbacks. I saw the interview you did with Wu. I really like that. He had Wu Governor. Chris is gonna be interviewing him tomorrow, but I think he has a good
that's what's up.
He has a great chance to make the squad for sure. One of those, what's his damn name, bro? It's the Tulu Griffin. There we go. I think he has a great chance to make the squad as well. He's a receiver. He got some kick return ability as well. So I think he'll be able to go ahead and give us something right there, man. I like Tulu, bro. I really like
that kid. I want to know what's going on with that receiver from Tennessee, though.
That one too. He's nice.
He's big. Like anybody 6'3", bro. So anything 6 feet and above. I mean, as a receiver, dealing with the typical cornerback in the NFL. Yeah,
I think we have a tackle as well. Name escapes me right now, but we have a tackle as well that I think has a good chance to do something. I ain't gonna lie. We have a I believe we get him from TCU, if I'm not mistaken. We might have got him from TCU somewhere. But damn, did he?
Keaton, yep, that's who it is. Ramel Keaton is dope.
Damn. Well, I mean, that's only if he don't make the
drafted by the UFL.
That's only if he don't make the squad, I think. I think if he doesn't make the 53 man, then he goes over.
Then he goes,
But Wu has a good chance as well. He can do some Croker. There we go. Croker. Yep. TCU guy. I think he has a good chance as well. He got some good size.
Kid is gonna make it.
He got some good size too.
I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it.
I mean, any dude with
undrafted size from TCU. That's right. That's a good call out, Chris.
You look at that type of size, they like to hold on to that. You know what I mean? So I think, So kind of Raider Nation, he has kind of the list as well. Tulu, Andrew Coker, and I think Wu for me. Wu would be another one that has it. So that would be my list right there. But you talk about Amari Gaynor, Ron Stone, these guys too. Yeah, these are guys. We got some guys. We got some guys that even undrafted that are gonna push for a roster spot, man. So it's gonna be real, man. It's gonna get real. But once again, man, been another fire show, man. Another fire show here. Rundown, man. You already know what time it is. We appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, tapping in with the conversation, man.
Went over, bro. We are.
We definitely don't win over, man. But we probably gonna have to start getting used to it now that ball is back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we definitely gonna have to get used to it. Just talking,
No, I
chopping it
ain't
up. Next
mad.
week we'll have some news. You know what I mean? So it's gonna get
Yeah.
real next.
Heck yeah. Heck
Can't
yeah.
wait. Can't wait. So y'all already know what time it is, man. Make sure you guys hit the like button on this mug. If you're new to the channel, you're digging the content that you're hearing, digging what you're seeing, make sure you guys go ahead and tap on the subscribe button to catch more of that Turf and Rundown content or to catch some of the content that we have solo on our channels as well, man. You're going to be seeing us on Sunday this weekend, right, for another Fire Syndicate show where we're going to be giving our roster predictions. So I hope I hope Chris is ready because we're going to be giving some roster predictions, man. We're going to be predicting the 53, right? Who's going to make it, who is not going to make it. So who is going to make it, who is not going to make it. So you already know what time it is. Make sure you guys tap in for that. But without further ado, man, Turf, anything left you got to say to the people?
I don't, man. Somebody just asked the channel. It's YouTube and it's exactly how you see it. The Ultimate Raider Fan 32. No spaces. Yeah, and you should be able to catch me, man. Please feel free to subscribe, check out all the shorts, the videos, lives. As y'all know, the Raider Syndicate is real. We are everywhere all the time. We got our guy Chris tomorrow, Fan Talk Friday, my favorite show on the planet. Yeah, we gonna be everywhere. The bottom line is you definitely need to be in LA for that Chargers game, September 9th. It's going to be legit.
Yep.
All of the Raiders Syndicate will be there. I think it'll be our first time being together, right? It'll be our first time being together. Yeah, I can't wait. It will absolutely be epic. And yeah, y'all know how we get down, man. We're gonna keep giving y'all this content. Like I say, shout out to my guy Leo Cheeto Linus. He got my brain working. Figured out a way to get these great reports back up and running. So yeah, be on the lookout, man. Yeah, we gonna keep bringing this fire content every which way till Sunday.
Y'all already know what time it is, man. Make sure you tapping on all them buttons, man. Y'all have a great rest of y'all week. Make sure y'all taking care of yourselves. Be safe out there. Y'all already know what it is. We're gonna see y'all next week for another Turf and Rundown. Till then, man. Peace.
Peace.